What's up? So today we're going to be installing a Snabb intake on my 2007 S60 T5. It's got the same turbo as the R's, so this is basically like an R setup. I believe it's a 3-inch pipe. Let's get to it. So the Snabb kit is it's actually my favorite kit, where they use an actual metal pipe for part of it. This polished aluminum looks really, really clean. They have obviously the ports for the vacuum lines welded on. I know that the D088 and IPD kits are all silicone. I just personally think that the brushed aluminum kits look way better. That's why I went with the Snabb kit. Doesn't really matter, I don't think, in terms of performance, but just personal taste, this definitely is sick. You can see how heavy duty that silicone is too. Let's get to it. Alright, so the first step that we're going to take is going to be removing the upper strut, or upper torque. First step that we're going to do is removing the strut brace and also the upper torque brace. Alright, so one of the first things you got to do after you undo the braces is actually undo the fresh air pipe from the map. So there's one hose clamp that should be around the fresh air pipe connecting it to the map, and that's what we're going to take out. As you can see, I have an aftermarket intake already installed. However, I don't know the brand of it, and I'm not a fan of the color. Call me anal, but I needed a black intake, and that's why I went with the Snabb one, brand new.
Oh, you want me to take a picture?
No. So if anybody has actually done this before, you probably know that the R intake box, or the air box, is kind of a pain to take out, but got it out. Fortunately for most of the aftermarket intakes, this is another reason why the Snabb one is better than the D088 and IPD. It comes out in 3 pieces rather than just going in as one whole thing that you have to maneuver around all the ABS wires and just everything, the brake lines. But so this intake is very similar, where I'll be disassembling it in 3 different pieces, making it a piece of cake. So first part's going to come out now, then I get the pipe, and then finally the connector that goes to the turbo.
Recording, so above your head. You got it?
A little bit of blow by. Not bad. Just pulled this off. This is the elbow that hooks onto the turbo, and this is obviously the fresh air pipe. So your PTC goes into this nipple here, and that's where it's part of the PCV system. And as you can see, there's a little bit of oil all around, where the PTC was stuck into this elbow. A little bit of blow by, no big deal. I think some of it might be from my turbo itself, but stay tuned, because in the next week or 2 we're actually going to be rebuilding the K24, and we actually have a bit of surprise for it. So make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video.
Because you don't have to keep starting at your face.
So for the PTC, this is the part that actually goes into the turbo, or the intake pipe. So it'll go in kind of looking like that. If you're going to be installing an aftermarket intake like the Snabb kit or really anything, you're gonna have to modify the PTC element. So on stock cars, they have this big wide flange that keeps it on the outside of the intake pipe. Unfortunately, these don't have a similar fitting as the stock pipes, so you have to modify it and just basically Dremel off that flange so it can slide inside the aftermarket intake. If you got a new kit, it should supply you with brand new hose clamps, which you can use to secure that. So there's one tricky part about putting this back together. You got to make sure that you orientate.
What are you saying?
or I don't know. So this is facing basically the right direction. This is going to be at an angle. You want to hit it from right behind the wastegate actuator. So right around there is probably good. I'm going to leave it loose so that in case I need to, I can adjust it once it's in the car though. See how big this thing is? Like, it's such a pain to put in because like it hits everything on the way out and the way in. Oh. So as you can see, the intake is all the way in. Last step is to basically hook it up to the mouth, put the air box back in, and we'll get it started for you. Hopefully it'll make some nice sounds. It should be a pretty cold start, so let's hear it. First start with the new intake. So if you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this helps you if you want to go install an intake on your P2, whether it be T5R or even like a 2.5T. But seriously appreciate it. If you did like the video, please like it, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see more, drop down in the comments below what you want to see more of. Thank you, and we'll see you guys later.